Welcome to the game room, Waddler-D. We're back for more Mega Man X soft type, and Sigma is on the agenda, and his face is just scowling so hard. I guess he's really pissed off that we finally figured out where he's hidden. But when you have an understanding that your fortress is floating in the air, it's really easy to notice that. Alright, and that is one reason why I love this stage, because this theme is so damn great. But then you get greeted with these platforms, which you're going to have to do one of two things. You're going to either be a patient little lad and wait for these things to come towards you, or you're going to do some double tap forward dash jumps, because you're not going to be doing it the other way. This is what happens when you dash jump on these. You basically have no momentum unless the game decides you do. And normally you would want to have your rolling shield out here, but if you get to the... This is what I'm talking about, guys. Do not use the button to dash jump off those platforms. You will die. Though, by all means, use the dash jump to... I don't know how I still live. Alright, let's actually do that again with dash jumping. See what I'm talking about? These platforms are some of the worst platforms in the game. They love to jank you into oblivion. And I can't describe why. It just happens. Oh, thank you for that. And one thing to also note, rolling shield. You remember these enemies from the original game and how you used it, or this on them, and they would break your shield immediately? Not the case. So, by all means, start using those rolling shield on these guys, because that's apparently their weakness now. This is where the game starts making things a little different. Also, one thing that you're going to have to also consider, if you want to save some time, is to just take some damage. Very easy concept here, considering that a lot of enemies here do too much damage. But you'll see in a moment why I'm going through this ritual of pain. Also, if you want to skip a cut... Damn it. I was trying to do the skip, because... Man, Zero, you don't have to White Knight for me, man. You really don't. Maybe in this case I'll let it pass because I'm merely dying. And it is vile, but... we'll be fine. Yeah, it doesn't sound good. Good job, Zero. You tried. Let me go at it. Oh, you brought your proxies. Okay, this is why I hate Vile right now, is because this stupid little lad decides, you know what? I need a big boy toy to kick your ass. So he brings a mech to a gunfight. And of course he's going to win, because, you know, I can't go through invincibility frames. Or at least invincibility armor. Luckily, Zero has the USB drive to completely throw this thing out of whack. Go for it, Zero. That's not how you use it. You don't use yours. Okay, he just killed himself. He did do his job. He did put the USB drive in the socket, but... yeah, we get to fight everyone's favorite purple... lad. Hello, Vile. How you doing? Luckily, Mega Man brought an L-Tank to the battle. And he's probably thinking, well, what the heck is this? Where did this frickin' cutscene come from? Maybe I shouldn't be going into ride armor every 5 seconds and actually fight you normally. So Vile is a very tricky boss. Mainly because of one thing. He does a ton of contact damage, and he likes to jump off the screen. So my suggestion is to not... See, look how much damage. Look how much damage. That is 8 bars of pain. And just think, what is 75%? Like, this is 75% damage, I should say. What happens if you don't... Oh my god, don't kill me. We are going to need to use one of these. Also, you notice when... You probably have noticed by now, but these sub-tanks do not fully restore your health. But they do not totally empty out if you use a full one, quote-unquote. So there's one benefit and one not-so-benefit. Rolling shield is still this guy's weakness. You can stop hugging me right now. I really don't appreciate that. You can maybe... Yeah, just take it back to hell and don't talk to us ever again, okay? He'll be back. He'll be back. You know Vile by now. He's basically a vindictive man, and... He's dying. He's actually dying. I was kidding. Don't have the flash... okay, what's going on? Yeah, you've taken so much damage, you somehow found blood in your circuitry. What the hell, man? So, Zero has, basically blown himself in half, and we already have our arm upgrades, so we don't need anything from Zero. And he knows it. Did you? Maybe. Okay. No, that's not how you, motivate a man that's about to lose his best bud like that, Zero. Well, it's just up to us now. Zero's clearly out of the picture. We're gonna get shot at a little bit here. Basically, this is where they start remembering, oh, we have mechanics from other levels. We can now kind of throw that in a little bit. A little bit too late on that, because we could have had a freaking thing chasing us, or, like, you know, the little chasing... Come on. I can't believe they didn't think about Armadillo stage. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do something very intelligent. Is going to be abusing invincibility frames, because normally you would be able to go up here using Rolling Shield, but unfortunately, since they made these enemies... Let me just demonstrate. Get the hell out of here. Let's hope this works. Thank you. Oh, come on. I kind of want that. So these enemies, usually you could plow through them. They're breaking my shield now. That is bad news. And I am probably going to die here. Let's see if we can make the best of my forehead getting destroyed. Or rather, his forehead crushing my dreams. So let's get back to that point where we don't die.
Come on, you do not need to do this to me. Oh, and of course the freaking thing's like... Okay, so goodbye, thank you for the help, and let's try this again, because... The thing you must know about the, soft type is that... Well, why I do this? Damn it, that is exactly why I shouldn't have done that. Get the hell up here, and let's try this again.
The thing about the soft type that kind of bugs me a little bit is the infinite lives thing is kind of... Oh. Like, having infinite lives kind of gets rid of some of the challenge, like some of the punishment. I mean, sure, it is harder to a degree, but to be fair, I kind of want my lives. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to experience this how I normally would in a Mega Man game. But here I have to basically just try again. And of course, we have this boss. We've already been well introduced to him. But the way this boss, I suggest how you fight it is just stick to the wall until he gets underneath you, jump to the other side, and repeat. When he starts warping around, get on the ground and start using your lemons and make lemonade out of this fight, because it is honestly not that bad. Unfortunately, it also showcases the whole Mega Man X mentality of boss fights. Hug the wall and you may live. Most times, not always, but in this case, definitely. Just hug the wall until it gets underneath you. And if you really get annoyed by this technique that he's doing, just shoot some missiles at him. You can also use... Well, if I can hit him, this is also a secondary weakness. It's not as effective as, say, homing missiles or homing torpedoes, but it does a thing, and Storm Tornado is not a bad idea, but when he starts doing this repeatedly, just get on the floor and keep shooting lemons. Like, if he's really dumb, he's just going to die repeatedly. I kind of feel like if you were on one side of the stage, you could basically just take him out doing this. Kind of sad, but that's the reason why I don't particularly care for Boomer Kawanger. He was pretty sad back then, and he's pretty sad now, too. But he can kick your ass if he does the deadlift. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Normally this would be a great place to grind your sub-tanks and whatnot, but my recommendation is to not do that, because of the aforementioned things of this modification. Just get to the boss room, because you can't lose your lives. Okay, yep, see you later, guys. But this boss coming up is probably one of... this is probably everyone's least favorite boss, because they get to fight everyone's favorite gambling mechanical spider. Bow Spider. The way this boss works is, you see those arms that just sprout out of those poles? Basically, it's a game of follow the arms until we reach the bottom. And the idea here is you don't want to be at the bottom around that time. So, the way you're going to have to fight this boss is you're going to have to basically maneuver yourself into the perfect position and avoid taking damage. Because if you take damage, you lose your chance to retaliate, and you don't want to do that. Shotgun Ice is the boss's original weakness, but there is a supposedly better attack. Can you guess? Oh my god, it's this. Yeah, it's fricking Fire Wave. And Fire Wave is pretty bad. I mean, we've already addressed that about 20 times. We're going to address it some more here, but it is the weakness. It does 3 bars of damage. So what you're gonna... what I would suggest you do here is to try to just stick to the X-Buster or Shotgun Ice, because they're still pretty much the tried and true ways to beat this boss. Now, the strategy for this boss is to try to separate this room into 2 halves. You want to be on one half or the other. There is no middle. Because in most cases, he's got to be on one or two sides. And if you happen to be on that side, well, you're taking damage. But the way I highly recommend you do it, and of course you have to watch out for the kids, Bow Spider has kids, I don't understand. It sometimes will drop him mid-pattern, which is the worst. But just try to look at the pattern, see where Bow Spider might be, like try to eliminate it to 2 poles, because if you do that, that's pretty much a 50-50. And if you get faster and better at it, then it's going to be a lot more than 50-50. It's going to be like 90-9 or 90-10. So just stick to doing that. But if you guys have a much better strategy or something that has worked for you every time, please share, because it does help to know what to do with this boss, especially in this modification, considering how much damage it does. But that's Bow Spiders, guys. It's not super hard of a fight, it's just really annoying because you have to play the waiting game over and over and over again. And if it hits you, then you have to play a longer waiting game. It's pretty much a war of attrition at that point, so we'll see what Sigma has to offer for us. I know a lot of people know, but you don't know how it is. Some reflections to bring up before we stop here. What is the better theme? Sigma Fortress 1 or Wily Fortress 1 from Mega Man 7? That is what I'm curious about, so let that be a comment to bring to the discussion table, and we'll talk about it next time. So thanks for watching, have a great day, and adios.